Hi, this is just a quick response to Jason the Nerd's Save the Internet video. I tend to agree with Jason when it comes to basically what the large companies are trying to do. Now, I'm a registered Republican, and I'm all for big business. I mean, I own a business here in my little hometown, and unfortunately, just because it's big doesn't mean it's always the best. Let's look at some of the problems that we can foresee. Now, if you're thinking about going ahead and buying a lot of bandwidth, let's say you go with DSL and you decide to pay extra and get yourself, let's say, 7 megabits per second. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and get some great download and throughput speeds, and that's all fine and dandy. But what if right past your DSL provider everything was traveling at a low speed? For example, YouTube itself. YouTube is not going to be making a ton of money right now, unfortunately. Eventually, they probably will get bought out and there'll be ads all over the place and they'll be making a lot of cash. Once in a while you do say ads pop up, but anywho, they have to try and make some money themselves. So you go ahead and you set up the volume that you're going to be really requiring in order to push large volumes of videos. I mean, there's thousands upon thousands of people basically downloading stuff at any minute off of YouTube because it's such a popular place. If they couldn't afford the extra tier fees in order to put them high enough so they can easily push out all those videos, basically it completely kills their business model. One of the things I don't like about the way that businesses are trying to push this, and I understand why. They are trying to make money, you know, business is business. But by pushing this now, they're going to actually kill a lot of current businesses because they're not really going to be able to afford to stay in business with all these extra fees that just basically come out of nowhere. It's like buying a car and you're driving down the street and suddenly there's 10 miles per hour. And you have to go 10 miles per hour everywhere, no matter what. Now, that pretty much piss you off, particularly if you went out and bought a nice, really fast Lamborghini. You're stuck going at a measly 10 miles per hour. Whereas somebody who spent a little bit of money, say, and bought themselves a Yugo or a Hyundai, and decided to go and invest the rest of the money in the high-speed portion, basically push up their tier capabilities, lo and behold, they're going to be zipping by you because they were able to come up with the extra money. They saved all that Lamborghini money and just bought a cheap car and went ahead and got the faster tier. Well, the problem is you're already stuck with what you already got. You got your fast Lamborghini, but you actually can't travel fast. If this was something that came up originally, I'd be a little more open to it. But this is like basically saying, oh, and by the way. It's like a shrink-wrapped end-user license agreement. You've already got what you have, and now somebody's coming along saying, well, you know what, I think I would rather have you guys not do this. Or you have to follow this restriction. Why? Because we said so. You're already paying for your current speeds and throughputs now. So the other side of your connection, say YouTube, it's not cheap to run a humongous bandwidth or throughput type of place, such as Google, YouTube, even Amazon.com. They've always got people over there. Think of Slashdot. Think of Slashdot effect. How they knock people offline because so many people go there at one time once a story is posted. The people who can't afford it basically get swamped. Stories that deal with something off of, say, the New York Times, no problem. They go ahead, New York Times it goes ahead and you're able to read the stories because they have this huge infrastructure in place. So if you're a very large corporation and you've already got the extra money that you can go ahead and pound into this, fine. You'll be okay. You'll be able to pay a bunch of extra money for basically what you have now. Whereas if you're a small business, you're pretty much screwed. You're not going to be able to get the type of throughput. And think of how this is going to basically push back the innovation on the internet. Why would somebody come up with the next best thing for YouTube? Why bother? Because nobody's going to be able to afford it or see it. So unless you have angel backing, venture capitalism, you're not going to be able to do a darn thing. You'll never be able to compete. So you pretty much make the decision, oh well, I'm just apparently not going to go into business. I won't come out with these new codecs that will allow me to go ahead and push more bandwidth and more throughput with really tight code. So 10 minutes of video instead of 100 megs is only 6 megs. So it is going to, I think, in my personal opinion, it's going to really throttle down some of the innovation. So I wish to thank JasonTheNerd for a well-done commentary on the Save the Internet. And I would recommend that you're going to have a lot of people saying pros and cons. It's really up to you to do your own research and to really understand the background of it. I mean, there's so many people that are using the Internet now. I think it may be worth a bit of your time to actually do a bit of research yourself, come to your own decisions, and go ahead and push for what you think is right. So, thanks a lot.